Good morning, everyone. Me and my thesis mates are here to present our research about the influence of strategic human resource practices and economic sustainability on the organizational resilience of St. Mary's College of Pampanga during the COVID-19 pandemic. Universities and college campuses are places where students live and study in close proximity to each other. They are also buzzing cultural hubs where students are brought together from nations around the world. Recently, the foundations of this unique ecosystem have been impacted significantly by the rapid spread of the coronavirus outbreak, creating uncertainty regarding the implications for higher education. This is the reason resilience in times of uncertainty becomes of great importance, especially to organizations whose country's future it upholds. In this study, an educational institution's organizational resilience will be tested as it is influenced by two major factors that run an organization, namely strategic human resource management practices and economic sustainability. The study seeks to address the main problem: what is the influence of strategic human resource practices and economic sustainability on organizational resilience of St. Mary's Angels College of Pampanga during the COVID-19 pandemic? The study's goal is to assess the influence of strategic human resource management practices and economic sustainability on organizational resilience of SMACP during the COVID-19 pandemic. Here is Mian.
Thank you, Andrew. For the frameworks, Figure 1 describes the research model of the study, which analyzes the effect of strategic human resource management practices and economic sustainability on organizational resilience of an educational institution during the COVID-19 pandemic crisis. As seen in the framework, there are two independent variables in the study. One is the strategic human resource management practices, which are integrated strategies that can help organizations fulfill the needs of their employees while also dealing with organizational problems and achieving organizational goals. The other variable is economic sustainability, which is an integral aspect of sustainability that prioritizes resource utilization and sustainability and refers to the income generation for an organization, which in turn generates rotating impacts, develops long-term sustainable values, and stabilizes economic organizational growth. On the other hand, the dependent variable, organizational resilience, which is defined as an organization's ability to effectively internalize, generate solutions to, and eventually participate in activities to thrive on disruptive and unexpected events that might affect the existence of the organization. According to Raman et al. 2021, SHRM practices play a significant role in organizational resilience since it boosts the organizational capability to respond to challenging situations, and applying these strategies can help employees develop their potential. Strategic human resource practices will be measured using 5 dimensions: training, compensation, performance, staffing, and participation. Meanwhile, CSR investments, waste reduction, resources preservation, reuse of resources, and life cycle improvement are the dimensions to be used in measuring economic sustainability. The authors mentioned that there are many aspects of organizational resilience connected to economic sustainability. First is crisis anticipation. It has a positive impact on economic sustainability since it sustains economic investments that have a high chance in conservation of resources and increase in sustainable production. Second is organizational robustness. Organizations can adapt to changes and survive an unexpected crisis. It then also maintains resources and lower the cost, which is the easier for waste reduction and resource preservation. Last is recoverability. It allows the organization to manage resources and respond to changes by incorporating these strategies. For the methodology, here's Erika.
Given that this study utilized both quantitative and qualitative research methods, there will be separate designs used for the two approaches. For the quantitative method, a survey adopted from various authors will be used to measure the influence and relationship of the variables. As for the qualitative method, the study will conduct an interview with the upper management staff to support the findings obtained from the quantitative data by pattern matching. Speaking of which, St. Mary's Angels College of Pampanga will be used as a subject of this study. It is a private educational institution established in 2005 by Engineer Damian R. Ramos and Susan C. Ramos. The institution has a total of 105 employees and are divided into 2 departments, namely basic education and higher education. The higher education department comprises about 60% more employees, considering it displays a more complex system. A total of over 74 employees, faculty, and staff encompass the department. On the other hand, there are 31 management staff in the basic education department. This department is a subcategorized within 2 premiers. The first premier is headed by the principal, which is subdivided into 3 levels and are supervised by their respective coordinators, namely the grade school, junior, and senior high levels. while the second premier is the Administration Office. This department is managed by the Human Resource Department head. Under the cluster are the different branches of occupations such as accounting, marketing, security, property management, and information technology. Overall, the online survey uses a census consisting of 105 respondents with 95% confidence level and a 5% margin of error. Survey respondents comprise of faculty, staff, security, and facilities and operations management. Moving on to the data collection, the questionnaire includes the 44 questions that captured data on the constructs in the research model. In addition, all items were recorded using a 5-point Likert type scale. To collect the data, an online survey was created using Google Forms and distributed through the respondents' emails. Moreover, to ensure the validity of the findings, a series of key informant interviews with 5 of the institution's upper management will be conducted on the Zoom app. With that, the data collection is expected to be completed on May 2022. The pre-testing was conducted using a sample size of 38 respondents from Nuestra Señora de Guia Academy. Through the pilot testing, it registered a Cronbach's alpha internal consistency of 0.9934, which indicates that the questionnaire that will be used in this study has an excellent internal consistency. Thus, it is reliable and valid since it is higher than the acceptable 0.7. With that, simple and multiple linear regression analysis will be conducted to confirm whether or not the heurized dimensions emerge. First, the model seeks to determine whether strategic human resource management practices positively influences organizational resilience. Secondly, it assesses if economic sustainability has a positive influence on organizational resilience. Finally, it measures whether the independent variables strategic human resource management practices and economic sustainability together have a positive influence on organizational resilience. So that concludes our presentation. Thank you, everyone.